What's going on, guys? Welcome to our Random Videos channel. In today's video I'm talking about the iPhone 8 and also the Galaxy Note 8. And this is the question: would you switch from the Galaxy Note 8 to the iPhone 8, or even not buy the Galaxy Note 8 and purchase an iPhone 8? The possibilities with both of these phones are incredible. I think Apple is going to manufacture one of the best phones ever because they see what Samsung's manufacturing, and we know that Samsung is always innovating. For Android fans out there such as myself, we look at iOS and a lot of us are not impressed with iOS, and that's why we continue to use Android. In fact, I am one of the people that has been saying iOS is a mess for a while. Now, as far as Android though, I really like the way Android works, and that's why I still own the Nexus 6, which is an old phone, so I am looking to upgrade my phone. But if you notice other people that use Android as well, they might have an older phone, but they really like their phone just like me because you're using Android, and that experience, we think, is much better than iOS. Now, as far as the Galaxy Note 8, I just think if you compare that phone even to the iPhone 8 without having seen either phone manufactured yet, I think that Samsung is going to do a lot better job with the way they sell the phone, just as far as the cost of the phone and also the experience again that you get from your phone. And this is what we're talking about with a phone. You know, if you develop anything out there, we're talking about the user interface but also the user experience, and they refer to that as the UI and the UX. Now, if you're looking at your phone and you say, hey, you might be older, what exactly do you like about the phone? Well, probably the experience that you're getting because you're using that phone all the time. If you notice the navigation with iOS, it's just that it doesn't always look the nicest, and you can't do a lot more than what's already provided. If you notice with the Android, of course you have that Android device, you can root the phone. By the way, if I purchase a phone from your company, just ignore this portion of the video because I think it voids your warranty if you ever root your phone. But we have that option to root our phones because we want to use our phone with the way we think the experience should be with the phone itself. And if I look at iOS and the iPhone 8, I think the iPhone 8 could be amazing. But the question also is, could I install Android to the phone? Maybe I would switch from a Galaxy Note 8 to an iPhone 8 if I can do that. You know, and this makes me think of a funny idea. I was thinking, what if I go to an Apple store and I actually ask some of the people there that work at the Apple store, you know, they call them like the geniuses or whatever, the genius bar, if I can install Android to an iPhone. It's no offense, Apple, but I think it would be hilarious because honestly, that's the one thing that stops me from purchasing an iPhone. Even recently when I saw the Pixel phones, I was like, you know what? Google worked with HTC, they manufactured the phones, they resemble the iPhone, or at least the iPhone 7, 7 Plus, and I see what Apple's doing there. I'm like, you know what? The phones resemble each other, but the experience again is much different. So it is about your preference. If you like Android better than iOS, or vice versa, you like iOS better than Android, of course you're gonna go with the phone and experience that you like better. That's how it works. Meaning, if you like the iPhone and you like iOS, doesn't bother me and shouldn't really bother anyone else out there. You know, if you're a fan of Android, it makes a lot of sense to me because I'm a fan of Android, and also the fact that I also use Apple products. So if you use Android and iOS, go ahead and enjoy your devices that you have, and that's what it's all about. But as far as which phone I think is going to be the best out there, of course my personal opinion is the Galaxy Note 8 because it's Android, and of course Samsung with their manufacturing. But I also think, like I was talking about in the previous video, Apple is seeing all of this and they're like, you know what, we have to make changes to the phone. We have iOS there. Of course, we're going to have to update iOS eventually because you can't continue to have the same versions of iOS. If there's issues with OS where it's not that impressive at certain points in time, you have to improve that also. So there's a lot of pressure with all these companies to create some of the best phones ever, and I think with Apple and their fans, they could easily create and manufacture an iPhone that is the most popular. Doesn't mean I think it's the best, but it could be the most popular, but also the most expensive, because that's something else that might change with Apple. You know, increasing the price of the phone just to really justify all the changes they're making to that phone because they have manufacturers again that are charging them more money just to manufacture that hardware. And I think also other manufacturers of that hardware, they might put pressure on Apple because they know that Apple has pressure on them too. So this is how it works in the industry. It gets really interesting to see how these companies are manufacturing phones. But I would like to know what you guys think about all this. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about the Galaxy Note 8, the iPhone 8, features that you would want on either phone. And of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.